every business that starts should have that perspective in mind for it to grow, for it to get established, and for it to outlive the owners.
A lecture with the title Building a Global Brand was organized to commemorate the 5th anniversary of AGOS Business Lounge, a co-working space for business executives. It had the Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment, Honorable Akinyemi Bankole Ajibotafe, and other business executives from both private and public sectors in attendance.
We had the Honorable Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment in Lagos State, Honorable Yemi Ajibotafe. We have the former MD of Punch, that was MD of Punch for over 26 years, Sir Demola Shinobi. We had so many other executives, CEOs that came around. The chairman couldn't come in person, but he sent his remarks and the video clips was played. And there were other people online. It's just you come in for this kind of meeting, you're able to network, you listen to the guest speaker. The guest speaker has over 45 years experience in the media world, out of which 25 or 26 was spent as MD of Punch.
We spoke to some of the attendees to see how they were impacted by the lecture.
I came in when the commissioner was speaking, and what struck my mind was about the artisans, the ability to be able to train people. Coincidentally today, I just got an award in my community by the CDA for an outstanding activity and service.
A crucial part of the whole thing was the guest speaker, the former MD of Punch, Mr. Shinobi. He gave a very moving speech, emphasizing tenacity, loyalty, courage in the history of the Punch newspaper. Some of the things he talked about are things that I had no prior knowledge of, but it turns out Punch newspaper does have an illustrious history behind it, and there's also a part played by the people who stood by the newspaper through all its trying times, through the ups and downs, the times when it was shut down, when it was locked up, when it was even proscribed. A weird thing to think about right now, but it just shows that with tenacity and courage, a lot can be achieved.
If you don't pay VAT, and the people you supply ask you one day, where is the receipt for the VAT we paid you? And if you don't pay it to the government, how will you explain that? They will kick you out. You will no longer be their preferred supplier, and you will suffer. So a lecture like this, like we have had, enables you, teaches you the right path to follow. And that is one thing, that is why it is good from time to time you take part in forums like this, so we learn.
The CEO of AGOS Business Lounge, Mr. Omoni, also spoke about the idea behind the lecture's topic, building a global brand, what it is, and why it's important to every business.
Building a global brand is that any brand that you start, you must have the global perspective in mind. And if you have the global perspective in mind, that means that your brand is competitive. That means that your brand meets every standard. So building a global brand is not just for AGOS, it's for every businesses that come across us. Even if you have a business here, I'm sure you must have a global set in mind. That's why we have Ikoyi, and we are soon going to have other branches for you to work with.
According to Mr. Omoni, the lecture, which was organized to commemorate the 5th anniversary of AGOS Business Lounge, was also designed to create an avenue for business executives to network, find pleasure, and learn more about expanding their businesses in a conducive executive co-working space. I'm Obi Naneke for Rapid TV.